What it do, ski? It's your boy Farewell34, and today I'm here with a Q&A video. So in case you don't know what I'm doing this video for, I launched my Patreon page last month, and one of the rewards was every single month I'll be doing a Q&A video on the last Monday of every month. Today is September 20 something. Thanks, mother. You spoiled it. You spoiled it. My mom's gonna be helping me with the questions today. This is why. So anyway, pretty much for my Patreon page, I'm doing a Q&A video once a month, and I thought, you know, for the first one, how about I just put it out there on YouTube for all of you guys to see, get a gist of idea of how the Patreon page works. Essentially, you know, the Patreon supports me directly as a content creator. I really do appreciate it, so shout out to all of my Patreons so far. So you guys know you are Don, Joe, Zach, Bree, and Cornelius. If you were interested in joining the Whale Army Farewell34 Patreon page, links in the description down below, because that's where we'll be catching next month's Q&A video, as well as the next movie night, which we did a couple weeks ago, and it was a ton of fun. We watched Kingsman, the Secret Service, and it was a blast. Plus, if you want early access to videos going forward, like the new season of Riverdale, you know, Stranger Things at the end of the month of October, and some other goodies, then be sure to check that out. Anyway, Q&A video, enough talking. Mother, let's get it started.
Just plain Dawn.
Yes.
If you could visit any place on Earth, where would you go?
If I could visit any place on Earth, I would want to go to Japan. Japan seems cool. I feel like I'm so influenced by like Japanese culture, and like I love a bunch of stuff that comes out of there, so I feel like I really want to go visit Japan one day, specifically like Tokyo. Next question.
How and when did you begin collaborating with Hybrid Network?
Hybrid Network. When did I start collaborating with them? Again, we got a two-parter from Don, so thank you, Don, so much for your question. So I started collaborating with the Hybrid Network back in, I want to say, like mid-September 2015. So about 2 years ago from now. Pretty much, you know, I had been a fan of the channel. I watched their old comic book verses back when they had like, what, like 10,000 subscribers or whatever it was. And I was starting to take YouTube seriously, and I just figured, you know, maybe I'll just shoot my shot and see where it can go. Maybe if I can show them the 1-2 videos I had made at that point, so like my comic book review of Miles Morales, don't watch it, it's terrible. You know, maybe that's enough prerequisite they might want to get me on their team. And you know, luckily enough, Josh, thank you, boss, he read my email, he liked me, and we talked for a bit, and then I joined the team for that following month to do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Reviews. So that was like a bonus. It was just like I get to review my favorite TV show, and I get to, at the time, you know, like I felt like it was a solid start on YouTube, apart from my channel, who had like, I had like, what, like 20 something subscribers. So that's how I started collaborating with the Hybrid Network. And now I am still with them, and we are at 205,000 subscribers. So it's really awesome to see the progression 2 years later. Subscribe to Hybrid Network if you haven't already. HN gang. Next question. Waru. Shout out to Waru, some boy.
Are you the most work host on the Marvelites?
Wait, what?
Woke.
Whoa! Oh my god!
Can you cancel that?
Okay, so Waru asks, yeah, no, Mom, bloopers, fam. Waru asks if I'm the most woke on the Marvelite team. No, stop. I don't think I'm the most woke on the Marvelite team. I think we're all, our wokeness is evenly distributed amongst the four of us: Nick, myself, Will, and Lucal. So I'm a quarter. I'm not the most woke. I'll say that. I think we're equally woke. Well, actually, Jim Carrey is the most woke, but.
Sawyer.
It's questions from Sawyer. Cool.
Do you have any more hair ideas now that is it grown back to normal? Like growing it out, this time back to OG farewell fro?
That's a great question, Sawyer. I think it's kind of back to like the OG look, and I don't even know if I really want to go back to my OG look, because I look back a couple of months, guys, and Mom, I don't know how you had me as your child, because I was walking with like the CN Tower on my head. It was so long. I don't know how you guys like that. Maybe I might go back to that, but I think staying around this area is where I want to go. But if we're talking like other facial hair, mans are trying to grow out this beard. Once these damn L's on my cheek and these hockey sticks can actually grow, mans are trying to have like a full, it's like a weird style. Like I want to have it where like the bottom's kind of cut, but it just goes like this. And then I might have like a bald top or something and some like circular hipster glasses. And then my name's no longer going to be Michael or Farewell34. It'll just be like Alfonso or something. I don't know. Anyway, next question.
Trophy Muncher.
Trophy Munchers. Oh, shout out to my boy Joe.
Why are you such a cutie?
Oh, stop it. Joe, why I stopped speaking falsehoods. I don't know why, but why are you such a cutie? That's my boy mom. That's my friend from the UK.
What was the hardest TV show episode you have ever had to record? PS, love your videos.
Thank you so much for the question, Benji. The hardest episode of a TV show I've ever had to react to. I want to say it might have been, it's either between two things. First things that come to my mind is The Walking Dead season 7 episode, no, not even season 7 episode 1. No, season 6 episode 16 of The Walking Dead. That was so freaking hard for me to record because, you know, I didn't know what was going to happen at the end. I thought they were probably just going to kill him. Watching that cliffhanger, I was so frustrated. Like, you can watch a video. I was genuinely pissed. Like, my heart was racing. I was like, I thought Glenn was gonna catch the L there. Didn't end up happening, and that was kind of hard for me. And like, I got kind of emotional, as you can see. And another one that was pretty hard was Stranger Things. I think it was like season. Well, there's only one season right now, but it was like episode 3 or something. It was when Lucas cussed off like 11. It was like snapping at her at the end of episode 3. That was pretty emotional. That was kind of hard to record. I was like, damn, feels so bad. Next. Devin. All right, sweet.
In what ways are you hoping to expand your channel? Do you plan on doing any different videos? And any YouTubers you're planning to collaborate with?
That's a great question, Devin. I do plan on expanding, you know, the videos at some point. And I kind of am right now with the new schedule and, you know, the Patreon and doing more videos on there and just trying to even it out. So I'm just trying to balance it out with school. So I plan on doing other videos, probably. I hope to do some, I want to do some topical videos. If any big things happen and I really feel a way about it, I might just make like a opinion piece or something. I want to keep doing movie reviews, but of course, you know, things happen sometimes. I get really packed with school and life and I kind of like slip up a little bit in my schedule, but I want to do those. Potentially like a weekly vlog, but like I would need to get like a proper camera because I don't want to lug around this whole thing. Yeah, that's kind of the things that come off the top of my head. Again, if you guys have any suggestions, I can try and shoot the shit and see what can happen. And in terms of any collabs, none come off the bat of the top of my head right now, but some good friends of mine who I went to high school with, you should definitely check them out, Osh and Akela. I could potentially see us do something in the near future. We plan to maybe do something in the summer, but that kind of didn't go anywhere. So Osh and Akela, check them out. They just hit 100K. Those are my fam. We might do something in the near future. Well, next question.
Who's your favorite villain from The Walking Dead and why? And who is your favorite overall character from The Walking Dead and why?
Oh, that's a great question. The Walking Dead themed question. So I think my favorite villain, it's probably got to go to Negan. I mean, he's just an all-around overall package. He's not just like a one-dimensional, you know, throwaway kind of villain who's just nasty. You know, he's got depth and layers to him. He's charismatic. He's funny. You know, he'll beat your head with a bat with a smile on his face, but yet you get to understand his motives and how he got there. I really like Negan quite a bit. And when I first got into the Walking Dead comics, he was introduced, so I kind of have a bias there. But another villain that didn't have as much of a lengthy run, who I actually liked quite a bit, was Gareth from the TV show, and I don't recall if the name was Gareth in the comics. The cannibals, pretty much from the Walking Dead arc. They were great, and Rick and the team's response to their presence was probably one of my all-time favorite moments in the comic. When Rick just rolls up like pew, with his finger and shit. And my overall favorite character from The Walking Dead is Rick motherfreaking Grimes, because he does stuff and things. Next question.
Thunderstar. Can I give a shout out?
Shout out to Thunderstar!
Save X Shadow.
Yep.
Can you do a backflip?
Hold my mic, Mom.
When you beat 200,000.
According to my mom, when I hit 200,000 subscribers, yeah, I'll do a backflip for you. No, but I can't do any backflips on the ground, like just regularly. But on a trampoline, I can do like 100 backflips. Edgar? Mm-hmm. Sweet. Edgar, what you got?
Do you like when you team input in a sort of crisis?
Do I like it when my team is put in a sort of crisis? Yes and no, because you know when in times of crisis, that's when you really get pushed to your limits and you have to really be on the ball, and I think it can really challenge you. And if you get challenged every now and then, you know, I think you get better. So I kind of do like when I get in times of crisis, but at the same time that comes with stress and, you know, anxiety and all that stuff, which is not the greatest. But I think I like when times of crisis happen far and few between each other.
Chloe.
Chloe, shout out to Chloe.
When When do you know you wanted to start a YouTube channel and why?
When do I know I wanted to start a YouTube channel? I think I wanted to start a YouTube channel, like I hundos knew I wanted to, back in like March of 2015 was when I actually did start doing it. It was just cause like my boy Sam, shout out to Sam Ham TV, you know, he kept telling me in high school, like grade 12, he's like, yo, like you can totally do a YouTube channel. I think you have the personality for it. I think you can talk. I think you know, have a good niche. Like you love like movies, comic books, TV shows, blah, blah, blah. And I already did that anyway at school, talking to my teacher and whatnot. So that's when I think I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it just because I wanted somebody to, you know, talk about this sort of stuff beyond my teacher and like who was one of my closest friends. Shout out to Buck. Because like I was graduating in a couple of months and I realized like I'm not gonna have this dude here to talk to you about this stuff all the time. So I thought maybe going online and doing it would be kind of fun, and it might not work, and it didn't. It wasn't until like October, September, October time, like when I said I tried getting into the hybrid network. It was like my first year university. That's when it started actually to, I think, I started putting in a lot more effort, and then it started to pan out in March, 1 year March. So yeah, I did it because I wanted to talk to people. I don't.
Joe.
This one's from Joe. Oh, that's also Trophy Munchers. Joe gets 2 shout outs.
Is My Hero Academia better than Marvel Tot?
Is My Hero Academia better than Marvel? It's very early on to say. I mean, if you guys don't know, I've been reading and I finished watching all of My Hero Academia season 1 and 2. And it's phenomenal. Like, I'm obsessed with that show. Like, my shit. I don't think it's better than Marvel because Marvel's like a whole brand and this is just one franchise, one property. But I kind of get what you mean. I mean, it's a very different approach to the superhero idea that's very unique, molding both Western and Eastern kind of storytelling and elements and culture and whatnot. So I don't think it's necessarily better, but I like it a lot. I will say this statement. I think My Hero Academia is one of the best and well-executed superhero properties in the past decade, and is probably in my top 5 things ever.
Second, Liam asks top 5 shows of all time.
Oh my god, why? Why, Liam? Why? Liam, why do you do this to me? Top 5 shows that come to the top of my head. I gotta put The Walking Dead. I'm sorry, Cap. I gotta put The Walking Dead on there because it's, you know, I think it was a show that got me back onto like just loving TV shows when I was binging season 1 back in like grade 9 or 10 or whatever it was. And I love the comic. So I gotta put The Walking Dead on the list. Have to, my top 5. I gotta put Hannibal on there. If you have not seen Hannibal, what are you doing? Hannibal is one of the greatest television series that I think I've seen ever. A third show that comes to my mind, I mean, I'm just going live action. I don't know if I'm gonna say any cartoons or whatever. I like Suits a lot. Suits is pretty sick. Game of Thrones. I like Game of Thrones. And one more. I'm gonna go ahead and say 24. I really like 24. Like Jack Bauer is my boy.
Next question is from Aski.
Oh, that's my mom. What's up?
Are you gonna hire me when you make it?
But anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for this Q&A video. The first Patreon Q&A video out for YouTube public. So before I say anything else, I just wanna say huge shout out to my mom. My mom usually doesn't like being on camera, but she decided to be on camera. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone for checking out this video. As always, if you enjoyed it, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Again, if you're interested in checking out the Patreon page where you can get the next month's Q&A video, early access to videos like Riverdale Season 2, Legion, exclusive reaction videos. I'm gonna be doing Rick and Morty towards like the middle to the end of next month. And a really big thing is the Whale Army movie nights, which we did earlier this month, and it was a ball. So if you're interested in coming out to that, the next movie night will be on October 15th, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's October 15th, and we'll probably be watching. Let me know what you guys want to watch in the comment section down below. I'll put a poll out in a couple of days probably. It might be something like, I don't know, like Thor, because Thor 3 is coming out around then, or potentially a scary movie because, you know, Friday the 13th is just around then too. Just let me know in the comment section down below and we can figure something out. Don't forget to check out my social media in the description down below, as well as the Discord and my P.O. Box for Whale Mail Mondays. If y'all start sending stuff again, then I'll start unboxing stuff again. I will see y'all later. Whale Army. Ooh!
Shout out from Mike.
Why, mother?